Nigeria, everybody is talking, everybody is saying what he or she feels like, but yet nobody seems to be listening to one another. The government is not listening to the people, and the people too are really frustrated. Everybody's just frustrated. Some people will come up with some things. Some people will say, no, that is not the way it ought to go. Some people will say, oh, this is the way it ought to go. And we just see ourselves moving around circles day in, day out. And that's what brings about this statement from Chief Nnaya Nwodo, the President General of OHANAEZE, saying, Ndigbo are co-owners, not leaving Nigeria for anybody. Okay? The umbrella organization for all Igbo, OHANAEZE Ndigbo, yesterday said that Ndigbo will not leave Nigeria for anybody, as they are part owners of Nigeria, whose forebears got independence for Nigeria. This came as a chieftain of the organization, Prince Richard Ozobu, has accused the President General, Chief Nnaya Nwodo, of contravening the constitution of the OHANAEZE Ndigbo. However, speaking through its National Deputy Publicity Secretary, Mazi Chuks Ibegbu, OHANAEZE said there is no reason why the Igbo would leave Nigeria. How and why should we leave Nigeria? And for who? For settlers or foreigners? No way. We partly own Nigeria, and instead of leaving it, settlers and foreigners will leave it for us, Ibegbu noted. OHANAEZE also urged the pro-Biafra agitators to fight for social, economic, and structural justice for Ndigbo, and not for Igbo to leave Nigeria for anybody, adding that the Igbo wants a level playing ground for all Nigerians. The Apex group also called for the probe of the registration of the fake OHANAEZE Ndigbo by the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, tagging the culprits as coupists. The Apex group asked them to apologize to Ndigbo or the gods and Ndiche of Igbo land will deal with them traditionally. OHANAEZE also asked pro-Biafran agitators to ask Igbo political office holders that they have been doing what they have been doing with the little funds that allocated into Igbo land before holding outsiders solely responsible for Igbo woes. Yes, the past and even present governments in Nigeria have not been fair to us, but what of our own politicians? During Jonathan period, did we not have many of our people in high offices? But what did they do for us? Let us not appear as secessionists when in fact we are nation builders and nationalists, and those who now claim to be lovers of Nigeria are the real secessionists right from colonial times. The group further warned against any harm happening to the President General of OHANAEZE Ndigbo, Chief Nnaya Nwodo. Nwodo contravened constitution, but we will ensure peace reigns, according to Ozobo. He stated that Nwodo has severally contravened the constitution by neglecting some organs and playing politics with the organization. Ozobo, however, warned that crisis in the organization must be resolved before the next elections in 2021, adding that he has spoken to some elders of the organization who will soon convene a meeting between the warring parties. In his words, the present administration of Chief Nnaya Nwodo has severally contravened the constitution of OHANAEZE Ndigbo in many ways. That is the cause of the recent crisis in the organization. OHANAEZE Ndigbo is a socio-cultural organization. It is not a socio-political one. The constitution of OHANAEZE Ndigbo stipulates that it is a socio-cultural Ndigbo organization in the 7 Igbo-speaking states of Nigeria. Chief Nnaya Nwodo has brought too much politics to OHANAEZE Ndigbo, even adopting presidential candidates without the input of the other stakeholders of the organization, especially the governors. If there's a need for us to adopt candidates, then stakeholders must sit to discuss and agree on who is more likely to better the lots of Ndigbo. We can't accept 1 or 2 persons sitting and deciding for the people as the Nwodo leadership has been doing. The Imeobi must meet. You must convene a kangaroo. You can't convene a kangaroo meeting and say OHANAEZE Ndigbo has met and adopted a presidential candidate. You must call the Imeobi. The members of Imeobi comprise 6 members from each of the 7 Igbo-speaking states. You have statutory members like governors, ex-Senate presidents, ex-governors, and leadership of the Council of Ndieze in each of the OHANAEZE Ndigbo states. Speaking further, Ozobo accused the PG of promoting the Imeobi as the highest decision-making organ in OHANAEZE Ndigbo, contrary to the constitution, and warned that decisions not taken at the General Assembly meeting of the group are null and void. After Imeobi meets, the constitution says that the proceeding of the Imeobi meeting will be taken to the General Assembly, which is the highest decision-making body of OHANAEZE Ndigbo. But Nwodo has continued to contravene this part of the constitution. The decisions of the Imeobi are never announced. After Imeobi, you must arrange for a general meeting of OHANAEZE Ndigbo. The General Assembly comprises 50 members from each of the 7 Igbo-speaking states. The statutory members and the Imeobi members. Decisions at the General Assembly are made through the majority vote. It must be in line with the republican nature of Ndigbo. The Imeobi has no decision-making power in OHANAEZE Ndigbo. Any decision not taken at the General Assembly level is null and void. I have been speaking with elders of OHANAEZE Ndigbo. We will soon call everybody together to resolve the issues affecting the organization. We will certainly bring everyone together. I don't think the opposing group means any harm. Everybody must come together to make the organization speak in one accord. We must arrest the drift now. Remember, OHANAEZE is in a transitional period. We are approaching the next election for new leaders of OHANAEZE Ndigbo, and it can't do it in crisis. Another faction may emerge, Isu Guzoro. Adding his voice to the development, former national president of OHANAEZE Ndigbo Youth Wing, Mazi Okechukwu Isu Guzoro, urged the governors of the 7 Igbo-speaking states to call the factions to shed their swords to ensure peace in the organization. He also predicted that the 4th faction may emerge from the pro-Biafra groups before the election of before the end of the year. Isu Guzoro warned that the only solution is for Igbo governors, including Nyesom Wike of Rivers State and Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, to intervene to make peace and stop any of the 3 factions from setting up an electoral body for the forthcoming election. The 7 Igbo governors must rise up to stop the factions in OHANAEZE Ndigbo before it is too late. Any faction of OHANAEZE Ndigbo that set up an electoral body for OHANAEZE Ndigbo election 2021 will definitely divide OHANAEZE Ndigbo beyond 2021, as the 4th faction, being a pro-Biafra OHANAEZE Ndigbo, might emerge by August. I predict that another round of fresh crisis will soon hit OHANAEZE Ndigbo, as the Southeast governors are not interested in the affairs of the organization. He accused the President General of OHANAEZE Ndigbo, Chief Nnaya Nwodo, of failing in the promotion of Igbo culture and traditions, stressing that this leadership has been unable to organize the annual Igbo Day celebrations, which holds every September 29th. Speaking further, he said Nwodo failed to learn from the mistakes of his successors, who allegedly sold the organization to political parties and candidates, stressing that it had caused problems for successive administration in the organization. The outright endorsement of a political party and candidate in the presidential election is against the constitution of OHANAEZE Ndigbo. You can imagine that this Nnaya Nwodo, every now and then people are just accusing him left, right, and center. Now they are coming out to say, oh, we cannot leave Nigeria, telling IPOB as well that they should just try and put themselves together, that Ndigbo are co-owners of the country. They build up the country together, so they cannot afford to leave Nigeria because they will stay together. That Ndigbo or IPOB and Biafra, those who are agitating for Biafra, should know that.